Hello, I'm Monica Verma from Maharishi Dayanand College of Mumbai. Today I am going to talk about salient features of the Constitution of India. All modern nation states have constitution and each constitution is unique as it is rooted in the political, social, economic and cultural context as well as in the historical experiences of that particular nation. It is also inspired by the vision of the leaders of that particular nation. But why a constitution is so important? Constitution is the supreme law of the nation. It lays down the basic structure of the political system. It establishes the main organs of the state, the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary. It also guarantees certain rights to citizens. And most importantly, it embodies the fundamental values, philosophy, and aims and objectives of collective life of a nation. Talking about the Indian Constitution, as we all know, India attained independence from British rule and embarked its journey as a modern nation state on 15th August 1947. Our constitution was framed by the Constituent Assembly and adopted on 26th November 1949. One of the features of the Indian Constitution is that it is the longest written constitution of the world. It consists of 448 articles, 12 schedules, over 100 amendments, and 5 appendices. In contrast to the Indian Constitution, the Constitution of the United States of America is the most brief constitution of the world. It has only 7 articles. The next feature of the Indian Constitution is that it is an enacted constitution, unlike the Constitution of UK, which is an evolved one. Indian Constitution was drawn up and adopted by the Constituent Assembly after deliberations for a period of 2 years, 11 months and 18 days, and it was adopted on 26th November 1949. One of the features of the Indian Constitution is that it is a combination of rigidity and flexibility. It means that there is a provision to bring about modification or changes in the Constitution by a procedure which is known as the procedure of amendment. At the same time, certain portion of the Indian Constitution cannot be changed, like the basic features of the Indian Constitution. But Constitution is a dynamic document and hence there is a provision to bring about changes in the Constitution. And in India, in the last 70 years, Indian Constitution has been amended for over 100 times. A very important feature of Indian Constitution is that it has given right to vote to all its citizens, which is known as universal adult franchise. Citizens of the age of 18 or above have the right to vote irrespective of caste, color, creed, place of birth, gender, economic status, etc. If we compare India with other developed countries like UK or USA, they have given right to vote to different sections of societies in a phased manner, whereas in our constitution, it was given to everyone in one go. So we are fortunate. In countries like Saudi Arabia, women got right to vote only in 2013. India has adopted a federal system. The first article of the Indian Constitution reads, India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. India has 28 states and 8 union territories. Administrative, legislative, and financial powers are shared between the central government and the state governments. India is a vast country with diversities, and that is why federal system is best suited to the Indian conditions. States enjoy certain degree of autonomy in managing their own administrative affairs, but at the same time, central government enjoys a superior position. Though we have a federal system, but there has been a uniformity in the basic administrative matters. For example, we have one legal system, a single integrated judicial structure, one election commission, and the provision of all India services. Secularism has been accepted as the basic principle of the Indian Constitution. India has been declared a secular state. India has been secular society since time immemorial, as India is a multi-religious country. But accepting secularism and including it in the preamble, secularism has been given a legal status which cannot be altered. In short, secularism means state has no official religion. There is separation of religion and politics. All religious communities enjoy equal religious freedom, and above all, there is a peaceful coexistence among different religious communities, and there is equal respect for every religion in our country. Indian Constitution includes an elaborate chapter on fundamental rights, which are human rights charter for the citizens of India. We have 6 categories of fundamental rights: right to equality, right to liberty, right against exploitation, right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. These rights are justiciable, which means they enjoy the protection of judiciary. In case of violation of fundamental rights, we can approach judiciary. One novel feature of our constitution is that it includes a chapter on directive principles of state policy, which aims to create a welfare state and which aims to establish social and economic democracy in India. These are fundamental to the governance of the nation. These are certain guidelines which government has to take into consideration while formulating its policies and laws. Some of the examples of directive principles of state policy are protecting the interest of the weaker section of society. State shall strive to reduce income inequalities, create more humane conditions of work, should introduce Panchayati Raj across India, and many of these directive principles of state policies have been put into practice by the government. In Indian Constitution, there is a provision of single citizenship. We do not have dual citizenship system. Every citizen of India has only one citizenship, that is Indian citizenship. India has adopted parliamentary democracy model, which is inspired by the Westminster model, that is the British parliamentary democratic model. Parliament has the supreme power of lawmaking, and executive, that is Prime Minister and Council of Ministers, are collectively responsible before the Parliament. Judiciary is the main pillar of our democracy, and independence of judiciary has been ensured in the Constitution by making provisions regarding the appointment, removal, and working condition of the judges. Judiciary enjoys vast powers, which includes power of judicial review. Judicial review means power of the higher judiciary, that is Supreme Court and the High Courts, to declare any law passed by the Parliament, state legislature, or local bodies, or any executive order or policy null and void if they are inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution, or if they violate the fundamental rights of the citizens. Judiciary has played a very important role in maintaining our constitutional machinery, our democratic and federal setup, as well as protecting the fundamental rights of people. Well, these are some of the basic features of the Indian Constitution, but the real strength of the Constitution is the working of the Constitution. And over 7 decades, India has evolved as a stable and vibrant democracy. Hope you have got a fair idea about the salient features of the Indian Constitution. Thank you.